Hi, welcome to Yoga Flow with Tina. Today's 20-minute practice is called Happy Hips. We're going to do some hip opening exercises to make you feel relaxed and restored. Enjoy.
Good day, and welcome to Yoga with Tina. Find easy pose on your mat, hands on your knees. And take a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth or nose. We'll do a breathing exercise called circle breath. Put out your palm and with your other hand, trace a circle on your hand as you inhale, and then trace the circle the other way as you exhale. So inhale here, tracing the circle. And exhale, tracing it back. Inhale, tracing the circle. Exhale, tracing it back. Last time. Inhale, tracing the circle. And exhale, tracing it back. Hands come to your knees. Settle in to easy pose. Inhale, reach up with your arms, and exhale, forward fold. Finding a place to land. As you inhale, walk your fingers a touch forward, and exhale, settle in. Do that one more time. Inhale, reach a touch farther. Exhale, rest. And inhale, come up. Switch legs so the other leg is in front, and we'll do that again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Pause. As you inhale, walk your hands forward, just a couple of centimeters, and exhale, relax. Try that again. Inhale, challenge yourself, make the stretch a bit bigger. Exhale, settle in here, and pause, and breathe. Inhale, come back up. Find cobbler's pose with a big diamond with your legs. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, place your forearms in the diamond. Let your head be heavy. The muscles in your face relax. Your jaw open up just a touch. One last breath here. Inhale, rise. Finding tabletop position. Inhale for cow, gazing up, and exhale, rounding your back for cat. Again, inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Inhale, gaze up, open the shoulders, cow. Exhale, push away the floor, cat. Find neutral. Walk your hands forward and shift your weight into a knee plank, and exhale, push your hips back to child's pose. Inhale again, knee plank. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, knee plank, moving through this motion. Exhale, child's pose. This time we'll stay. Widen your knees. Head comes to the mat. Take a breath. Creep your fingers out in front of you a touch more and settle in there, getting an extra stretch through your shoulders. Now find tabletop again. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips, down dog. Take a breath. Shift your weight into your hands and come high on your toes, and then exhale, send the right heel down to the mat. Inhale, come high on the toes, and exhale, send the left heel into the mat. Inhale, come high on your toes, sink the right heel down. Inhale, come high on your toes and sink the left heel down. Inhale, come high on the toes, and then find down dog. Walk the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise. Reverse swan dive with the hands. Hands come together, standing pose. Step back with the left foot to find crescent pose on the right. Inhale, reach up both arms. Pause and settle in here. Bring the left knee down to the mat. Both hands come to the right knee and stretch here in a big hip opener. If you need to adjust your stance, do so. Place your left hand on the mat and the right hand comes up. Easy twist. Pause here. Now place both hands on the ground. Walk out the top foot. Roll out the top foot. And find lizard pose, maybe coming down to your elbows. This is a really big hip opener. By moving the foot to the outside of the mat and shifting the foot to the outside edge of the foot really opens up the hip. Pause here for another breath or two. And then place your hands back on the mat and bring the right foot back. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips down dog. Take a breath and let it go. Bring your feet together and lift your right leg in the air. Now bend the knee and stack the hips. Pause. Take this time, if you'd like, to flip the dog. So the right foot comes to the floor, reach up to the sky. Pause. Bring both hands back to the mat. The right leg comes back in the air and bring it down for down dog. Walk the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise, reaching all the way up. Hands come together, standing pose. Step back with the right foot. Crescent pose on the left. Inhale, reach up. Big hip opener here. Very powerful pose. Take this one last breath. And then the back knee comes down. Hands come to the knee. Sink in. One last breath here. Now place the right hand on the mat and the left hand rises. Now place both hands on the floor, walk out the top foot and roll it out to its side, opening up the hip. And if it's okay and you're able to do so, come down to your elbows for lizard. Pause here for a good 3 or 4 breaths. Now place the palms on the mat, straighten the arms, bring the left foot back to tabletop, and find down dog. Take a breath and let it go. Lift your left leg in the air and bend at the knee, stacking the hip, twisting, opening the hip. If you're ready to do this, flip the dog. Now you're facing the ceiling. Last breath here, we'll flip it back. Hands come to the mat, left leg goes back up, and bring it down to down dog. Walk the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise. Hands reverse swan dive. Exhale, forward fold. We'll flow. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Walk out plank. Lower down, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath and let it go. Bring your feet together and step your right foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise to warrior one. Pause. Breathe. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Right foot goes back. You're in a plank. Lift the hips up, down dog. Bring the feet together. This time, step the left foot forward. Rise up, warrior one. Pause and breathe. We'll stay here 3 breaths. Exhale, hands to the mat, bring the left foot back, find plank. Push the hips up, down dog. Take a breath. And as you exhale, bring your knees to the mat. Widen your stance of your knees and bring your feet together, sitting on your heels. We'll take hero. Place your hands in behind you, bend at your elbows and lean back. Some of you may be able to get down on your elbows here. Feel it out. Don't push too far, but make the pose work for you. Last breath. Start to come up. Hands come in front of you, finding the floor so you can sit down, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Hands come behind you for reverse table, making your body parallel with the ground. One more big breath here. And as you exhale, lowering your hips to the ground. Come onto your knees and extend your right leg out. Lift the opposite arm up and over. Pause here. Now bring the opposite arm down to the mat and lift the other arm for a modified side bend. Come back straight up. We'll switch sides. Extend the left leg this time. Right arm comes up and over. Inhale, arms go back up and the right hand comes to the ground, left hand reaches over. Big stretch through the hips and the side. Come back to both knees. And find tabletop. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips. Down dog. Transition into plank, lower down, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath. And as you exhale, walk your hands backwards towards your feet. Hands come to the hips and rise. Point your toes outwards. Inhale, reach up, connect your hands, dip down into a deep plie for garland pose. Elbows push out the knees. Pause here, 3 breaths. Now place your hands on the mat and straighten the legs. Find mountain pose. Lift the right knee out and open it up to the side. Pause here, finding balance. Now bring the knee forward and set the foot down. We'll do the other side. Lift the other knee up and open it up to the side. Pause. It's a balancing pose, but also a big hip opening pose. One more breath. And swing the knee in front, step the foot down. And walk to the top of your mat. For one sun salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Walk out plank. Lower down, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath. Let it go. And come to your knees. Take frog pose. So your knees come out nice and wide on your mat. Feet are flexed. Come onto your elbows. Stay here and breathe through this pose. We'll stay for 3 breaths. Starting to come out of this pose by placing your hands on the mat, walk your knees in and find a seated position. Knees bent, feet flat on the mat, roll your back down to lie down and take bridge. Beautiful hip opener. Maybe clasp your hands underneath your hips. Maybe come onto the toes. This will get a little more height to your bridge. Pause here, 3 breaths. And start to lower your hips to the ground. Take happy baby, grabbing the bottoms of your feet. If this is not accessible to you, grab the backs of your knees. Pause here. Keep breathing. Now place your feet together on the floor for reclined cobbler. And place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. And once again, we'll take circle breath, tracing a circle on the palm of your hand as you inhale, and then tracing in the other direction as you exhale. We'll do this 3 times. One more time here. Inhale and exhale. Now coming into your final Shavasana. Continue with deep, long breaths and enjoy this moment of relaxation after your challenging practice. Feel free to stay in this pose for as long as you'd like by simply pausing the video. Start pointing and flexing the feet and wiggling the fingers. Reach your hands above you, big stretch from toe to fingertip. Bend your knees and roll onto one side. Take 2 breaths here, and then find easy pose sitting on your mat. Hands come to the knees. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. And thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.